For the love of all that's fucking holy.
The cape. Yes, the reading.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right, man. I've prepared a passage for you.
You prepared a passage?
I think it's time for you to go, unless you want to stay on the stone.
Of course.
I don't know what
Hey,
Can we
get,
have a sense of
a
fucking
golf,
decorum?
A golf clap. Like, wait, what about your helmet?
Where is my helmet?
Right here. Where your helmet, dude?
Alright, am I going up there or am I staying down?
It's up to you, man.
I say you stand on your pedestal.
Yeah, it's your pedestal.
Your king ditch. There you go. Fine.
That is awesome.
Behold, brick choppage, and now an excerpt from the claiming of Sleeping Beauty. Clap.
Her face was perfect to him, and her embroidered gown had fallen deep into the crease between her legs so that he could see the shape of her sex beneath it. He drew out his sword with which he had cut back all the vines outside, and gently slipping the blade between her breasts, let it rip easily through the old fabric. He drew out his sword with which he cut. Oh, I already read that bit. Her dress was left open to the hem, and he folded it back and looked at her. Her nipples were a rosy pink, as were her lips, and her hair between the legs was darkly yellow, and curlier than the long, straight, flowing hair of her head, which covered her arms almost down to her hips on either side of her. He cut the sleeves away, lifting her ever so gently to free the cloth, and the weight of her hair seems to pull her head over his, and her mouth opened just that little bit wider. He put his sword to one side, he removed his heavy armor, and then he lifted her again, his left arm under her shoulders, his right hand between her legs, his thumb on top of her pelvis, his other thumb up her arse. She made no sound, but if a person could moan silently, then she made such a moan with her whole attitude. Her head fell towards his, and he felt the hot moisture against his right hand. And laying her down again, he cupped both of her breasts and sucked gently on one, not forgetting the other. They were plump and firm, these breasts. She'd been 15 when the curse and he bit her nipples, moving the breast so roughly as to and then lightly he slapped them backing and forth, delighting in this. His desire had been hard and almost painful to him when he had come into the room, and now it was urging him almost mercilessly. He mounted her, parting her legs, giving the white inner flesh of her thighs a soft and deep pinch, and clasping her right breast in his left hand, he thrust his sex into her. He was holding her up as he did this, to gather her mouth to him, and as he broke through her innocence, he opened her mouth with his tongue and pinched her breast sharply. He sucked on her lips, drew the life out of her into himself, and feeling his seed explode within her, heard her cry out, and then her baby blue eyes opened.
Bravo! Yes! Yes!
Claiming of Sleeping Beauty.
Excellent selection.
I've lost a bit of foliage.
Oh man, sir.
Yes, declothe me. Declothe me.
I'm done with this.
We gotta help me find one of those Parliament wigs. We can wear it. Every Sunday that we've been doing this, it's a tradition. Every Sunday.
How dirty do you feel right now? I feel like a pervert.
That was like one of the least sexy sex stories I have ever heard.